My name's Alexia. I'm 20 years old and I'm a student here in Bristol. I've grown up in a Christian family, so my dad runs a church back in Chorleywood, and I've just always been brought up with Christianity as a way of life. I think growing up as a Christian, following Jesus was always, you've got to read the Bible, you've got to pray, you've got to do this, don't do that. But I think now it's become so much more of a relationship, and it's like a two-way thing. He helps me with stuff, I chat to him about stuff, and it's just great because I know that he's always got my back, and despite what I'm going through, there's always something that I can put my hope in that I know will never change. Being able to serve on the team at Metro, I think, has really deepened and grown my faith. Seeing other people discovering faith for the first time and being able to be on that journey with them has been amazing. And being part of the worship team, worshipping with people, praying with people, it's just such a privilege and I love it. I think for me, baptism, I always seemed like for people who had it all together and had it sorted, knew what they were doing and were the perfect Christian. But reading Acts and talking to people, I've realised that it's for people who don't have it all together and aren't perfect, and that's how Jesus wants us and that's how he takes us. So yeah, my baptism is me saying I'm a mess, I don't have it all together, but I love Jesus and he accepts me exactly the way I am, so it's good. I want to get baptised as a public declaration of my faith. I think I've always been a Christian, but I haven't been that great at sharing it, and I'm not sure why, considering it is the best thing in my life. And I just want to share it with people because I know that when other people get a grasp on it, that it will completely change their lives as well. And I think it's such an important thing for people to discover, and I want to help people get to that stage.
My name is Michael. I grew up in a church, but my heart was not really in it. I just did my own thing in the end. I left the church, kind of did my own thing. Last April, I kind of went on a spiritual journey, had a spiritual awakening happen. From that incident, it made me start attending church. So I started coming to Metro in January. From that moment on, I just felt like belonging, felt part of a home, felt God's love and mercy and grace with Metro. Since the last couple of months, things have really changed for me. Like, I felt God's love and grace for me, and it's really been an eye-opener. Things have really, changed. I'd say since I've met Jesus, I've changed in some ways, that I've become less selfish, and I'm starting to see people and their circumstances and trying to understand what's going on for them and trying to show love and mercy, but also to sometimes step out and not get involved when I've got something nasty to say, or potentially something that's going to hurt them, just to be kind and considerate and love to them, just like God's got love and forgiveness for me. I used to believe that I was in control of my destiny, and since handing that over, not full willingly all the time, but majority of the time, life seems to be less hard work. It's more easier knowing that someone has a plan for me and a greater purpose. I want God to use me in his plans for me to help people. I feel like my calling is to help men with men's mental health issues. I want God to use my weaknesses, use the mistakes that I've gone through to help people. One, to overcome those mistakes, and two, to prevent that happening to them, but also to help, to use that caring side of me to help other people. I want to get baptised now because I think God's got a purpose for me. I've actually had God give me my calling. And it's just that next step. You know, Jesus commands us to, you know, believe in me, get baptized, and then go forth and make, you know, disciples. And I'm at that point where I'm like, I'm all in this now. I'm ready. God, come on, let's do this. And I'm at that point where I'm like, yeah, come on, God.